Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting captaining stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What items will I be unboxing? What items will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What items are encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It will only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the items from the box and subsequently flaunt them in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What items have I unraveled? What items have I drawn forth? What items have I prompted? What items have I elicited? Let's find out. I've yet to unravel them, but I soon will. So what are these items, you may ask? Well, these items are known by the moniker of nasal filters. Are nasal filters a paradigm of resounding perfection? Are nasal filters the epitome of resounding perfection? Are nasal filters the embodiment of resounding perfection? I don't think so, but I've yet to know. I need to gauge their merits. I need to test these products out to determine whether or not they warrant a repurchase. In hindsight, do I have any qualms about my purchase and decision? In retrospect, do I have any regrets about this purchase and decision? At the moment, I do not, but the future is an enigma, so I've yet to know whether or not this product is meritorious or whether or not it should be relegated to the trash. For now, it will not be consigned to the trash. I'm just going to unravel the packaging and flaunt them in front of the camera for you to see vicariously through my camera lens. Alrighty, so here's a description on the back. It delineates what these nasal filters can do. It elucidates why you should buy them. Alright, so nasal dust cover is made of breathable, non-latex, skin-safe material. Helps to protect against foreign airborne particles entering the nasal passage. Reduces respiratory exposure to viruses, bacteria, dust particles, pollen, contaminants, secondhand smoke, and various carcinogens. This package contains 7 sets of nasal filters. So we have 7 sets of nasal filters apparently encompassed inside this meager packaging. And let's see what they look like firsthand. I'm feeble, I'm dainty, I lack physical prowess, so opening this packaging is quite a feat from my perspective. I'm being sarcastic. There's no real feat. Alrighty, so here we have the various nasal filters. They're homogeneous to one another. They look akin to one another. Here's an instruction manual that describes how you use them. So these products are quite versatile. I was inclined to buy them because the abode I live in is tainted with carcinogens, neurotoxins, and endocrine disruptors. Now, of course, you can't avoid all these toxins, but at least you could mitigate the deleterious effect they have against your health by utilizing nasal filters or some type of mask in order to filter out the deadly contaminants that are apt to enter your bloodstream without a filter. In other words, they help negate or nullify or mitigate the carcinogens. Let me revamp that. In other words, they help nullify, negate, and mitigate the deleterious effects of carcinogens entering your respiratory system. That sounded abysmal and egregious and dreadful, but let's just move on. So here we have the nasal filters. There's 14 of them, or 7 sets. I'm not going to apply them. I don't want to deplete them. They're not really expendable. I recollect paying a grand total of $8 for them. Do they warrant the staggering hefty premium price? I do not know. That is an enigma. Do I have any qualms about this purchase and decision? That remains to be seen. In hindsight, would I purchase more? No. Would I revoke my purchase and decision? No. I need to gauge their merits, see whether or not they work, and then I could determine whether or not I should repurchase them. So I don't know how long these could be applied for. There are salient issues appertaining to using them. What am I referring to? Well, every time you need to remove them, the adhesive is likely to weaken. So if you compromise the integrity of the nasal filters, then they become practically useless, or they become inefficacious. So just be wary of that. In other words, be adamant about keeping them on post applying them. Don't constantly remove them, because if you do, then you're compromising the adhesive. Well, let me revamp that. You're compromising the integrity of the nasal filters, and you're undermining the adhesive of the nasal filters. That would otherwise keep them attached to your nasal passages. So make sure you blow your nose before inserting them into your nasal passages, and utilize these sparsely. They're expensive. They command a hefty premium price, and if you're discontent about buying them, then maybe you should get a mask to help you mitigate toxins, or mitigate toxic emissions. So I mean, that's pretty much everything I want to do state. So in sum, you may want to buy them if you want to mitigate dust particles, carcinogens, neurotoxins, pollens, secondhand smoke, and other hazardous, deleterious, fatal, deadly compounds from entering your nasal passages. Particles can be absorbed through the nose, so just be wary of that, and strive to protect your body. You can't fully avoid carcinogens, but you could at least mitigate the deleterious effects that they bear against your body by utilizing these nasal passages, apparently. So I don't know whether or not they work. I presume they work. I'm making an arbitrary assumption, but if they do work, then I'll be inclined to repurchase them, and I'll have to abstain from utilizing them until I've exhausted all the contaminants from my nose. So once you discharge all the mucus from your nose, then you may want to apply them, but beforehand, conserve them, ration them. These are your provisions that will help, that may help prolong your life or safeguard your health. So I don't know whether or not they work. I mean, they likely do, but that's enough embellishment for now. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.